And you're watching Disney Channel.
And you are watching Disney Channel.
Disney Channel.
Disney Channel.
And you're watching Disney Channel. That iconic line defined our childhoods. The 2000s was the era of side bangs, sparkly flip phones, and dreams. Back when every kid thought they could sing, dance, and land their own sitcom just by sending in a VHS tape. Spoiler alert, most couldn't. But some could, and actually did. They went from mouse ears and Disney Channel games to Grammys and Oscars. The others, you'd probably walk right past them at Target. Let's look at both worlds of iconic Disney stars, the famous and the forgotten. Who better to start this list than the Wrecking Ball? Of course, you know her name. It's Miley Cyrus. Or, as every kid from 2006 to 2011 knew her, Miley Stewart by day, Hannah Montana by night. She was the Disney cash cow, Hannah Montana. And it wasn't just a show, it was an empire. The one that turned our living rooms into arenas. The one with the wig, the sparkly mic, and that theme song you still know word for word, even if you pretend you don't. You get the best of both worlds. Yeah, don't lie. You sang it just now. Miley turned a blonde wig into a cultural phenomenon, sold out stadiums, and became every tween's role model. And she didn't just act the part, she lived it. And she didn't stop there. Bangers happened, Wrecking Ball happened, Grammy wins happened. After Disney, Miley reinvented herself about 6 different times. Country sweetheart, pop rebel, twerking controversy magnet, rock queen, Grammy winner. Miley went from Disney princess with a secret to one of the most recognizable voices in pop music. In 2024, she became the youngest to be named a Disney legend at the age of 31. It's 2025, and she hasn't stopped. With 8 studio albums, 2 Grammys, 19 Teen Choice Awards, 4 World Music Awards, 2 MTV VMAs, 1 Billboard Music Award, and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She could definitely write a handbook on how to make it in Disney. Miley had the best of every world, but it was a little different for her on-screen brother, Jason Earles, our beloved no guy. Let's talk about Jason Earles, or as you probably remember him, Jackson Stewart, Miley's goofy older brother on Hannah Montana. Yes, the one who was always pulling pranks, eating junk food, and somehow never moving out of his dad's beach house. Here's the twist that blew everyone's mind back in the day. Jason was playing a 16-year-old high schooler when Hannah Montana first aired in 2006, but in real life, he was pushing 30. Yep, Disney literally cast a grown man to complain about homework and cafeteria food. That was the ultimate Disney magic trick. And yet, Jackson became a fan favorite. His ridiculous disguises, over-the-top physical comedy, and sibling banter with Miley added heart to the show.
Tell the queen I said hello!
For a while, it looked like Jason might ride the Disney wave to bigger things, but once Hannah Montana wrapped in 2011, the spotlight faded fast. He popped back up in Disney XD's Kickin' It, playing, you guessed it, another goofy, slightly clueless adult, who somehow fit right in with a bunch of karate kids. But outside of that, Jason mostly slipped under the radar. No Grammys, no box office smashes, no viral hits. These days, he's worked behind the scenes as a director on a few Disney projects, and he even reprised his Jackson role for a nostalgic cameo on Hannah Montana, the musical skits. But compared to his Disney peers, Jason is definitely one of the forgotten. Still, let's give credit where it's due. He perfected the art of the sitcom sidekick, and for an entire generation, Jackson Stewart will forever be that eternally 16-year-old who somehow never graduated. Jason might not have been able to ride the Disney wave, but Zac Efron definitely dribbled his way out of East High to the big leagues. Zac was just 18 when High School Musical dropped in 2006, and suddenly every locker room was choreographed. You were snapping your fingers to bet on it for sure. High School Musical turned him from a random teen actor to every locker's dreamboat. He didn't stop there. He used that Disney clout to jump into Hollywood headfirst. Rom-coms, comedies, musicals, even survival thrillers. He acted in Hairspray, rom-com staple 17 Again, and eventually flexed his action muscles in Neighbors and Baywatch. He proved he wasn't just a bubblegum heartthrob. He was a real star with range. The man went from singing about basketball to actually sharing the screen with The Rock in Baywatch. That's career versatility. Fast forward to 2021, Zac swapped stylized high school hallways for real-world exploration with the Emmy-winning two-season documentary Down to Earth with Zac Efron. The Daytime Emmy didn't just glow on screen, it cemented his new status as a wellness and environment advocate, not just a poster boy. He also lit up the screen in The Greatest Showman, shocked audiences with his chilling turn as Ted Bundy in Extremely Wicked, shockingly evil and vile. And in 2023, he gave what many called his best performance yet, as Kevin Von Erich in The Iron Claw. Critics even said it was so good, not getting an Oscar nod would feel like a robbery. Zac turned a high school crush into a Hollywood career, but for every Troy Bolton, there was a Justin Russo. Our fourth 2000 icon is David Henrie. He might not have been the face plastered on every lunchbox, but if you watch Wizards of Waverly Place, you definitely knew him.
I don't have any friends. My teacher doesn't remember me. What did you do?
As Justin Russo, the brainy, rule-following older brother, David played the perfect foil to Selena Gomez's rebellious Alex. His sarcastic comebacks, awkward charm, and constant magical mishaps made him unforgettable in the moment. But while his on-screen sister rocketed to pop superstardom, David quietly faded from the spotlight once the show wrapped in 2012. Unlike his co-stars chasing music and blockbuster roles, David took a different route. He stepped behind the camera, writing, producing, and eventually directing his own indie film, This Is the Year 2020, which Selena even helped produce. He's also appeared in smaller roles on shows like How I Met Your Mother. Yep, he was Ted's son on the couch, and a few guest spots here and there. Today, David's story is less Hollywood lights and more family life. He's married with 3 kids and occasionally resurfaces on social media to reminisce about his Disney days. His estimated net worth hovers around $3 million, which isn't Zac Efron money, but hey, not bad for a wizard who hung up his wand over a decade ago. David Henrie's wand may have gone quiet, but Disney still had someone ready to crank up the volume, and no one belted louder than our next star, Demi Lovato. When Demi hit the screen in Camp Rock 2008, she wasn't just another Disney hopeful. At 15, she was sharing the stage with the Jonas Brothers and turning This Is Me into every tween's shower anthem.
Well, do you know this is me? Will you sing it with me?
By the time Sunny with a Chance rolled around, she had her own series, her own soundtrack, and her own fan army. But Demi's story didn't stay trapped in the Disney bubble. She made the leap into full-on pop stardom with hits like Skyscraper, Cool for the Summer, and Sorry Not Sorry. Her vocals were powerhouse levels, the kind that made even non-Disney kids stop and listen. Along the way, she picked up a People's Choice Award, a Teen Choice Surfboard, because, of course, an MTV VMA, a Billboard Women in Music Rule Breaker honor, and even earned Grammy nominations. Not bad for our Disney's icon. And while many Disney alumni carefully curated, squeaky clean images, Demi was brutally honest about her struggles. Addiction, mental health, recovery. Things most celebrities twice her age wouldn't dare speak on. That honestly turned her into more than just a pop star. It made her a role model for resilience. Demi Lovato carved out a career that's equal parts messy and magnificent. She wasn't just a Disney star. She was, and still is, a force. Before any of these Disney stars, there was one girl who could save the world and still made it home for dinner. Call her. Beep her if you want to reach her. Yep, it's Christy Carlson Romano, the voice of Kim Possible. In the early 2000s, Christy was everywhere. She played Ren Stevens in Even Stevens, earning an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Performer in a children's series. Then became the voice of Kim Possible, the animated teen spy who could save the world and still make it home before curfew. At the height of her Disney run, Christy broke new ground as the first Disney Channel actress to land a role on Broadway, starring as Belle in Beauty and the Beast in 2004. She also recorded music for Disney and voiced characters in video games. It seemed like she was destined for a long Hollywood career, But Christy chose a different path. She stepped away from the spotlight to attend college. In later years, she admitted she struggled with self-harm and alcohol misuse and turned down major opportunities like The Princess Diaries and Freaky Friday. Fame had come early, but stability hadn't, and stepping back from acting became a way to survive. Today, Christy is a mom of 2 and runs her popular YouTube show, Christy Kitchen Throwbacks, where she cooks recipes and shares honest reflections about her child star experience with other former Disney actors. For anyone who ever shouted, "What's the stitch?"
What's the situation?
your Kim Possible still beats curfew. And that's a wrap on today's episode. Take a moment to remember those simpler days of Disney Channel, where every show felt magical and everything seemed possible. Did we miss any of your favorite stars or characters? Drop them in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay iconic.